You know, when you are buying a car, usually you have this psychological effect of buyer's remorse. So Israel decided to buy much more than a car, 20 pieces of the F35. And if they have a buyer's remorse, so as a pilot, try to convince us why Israel did the right thing when they choose the F-35.
Well, the F-35 is a fifth generation fighter, so it's a long-term advanced technology that gives you an advantage over any adversary. Whether it's stealth, interoperability in terms of net-enabled operation, fighter performance that you have there, as well as long range, the F-35 is basically unmatched. You're also going to have a great upgrade path with it, so it's just starting out its production today. And it's going for a production run well past 2037, over 3,100 airplanes. So not only are you going to be able to have a fully capable airplane today, but it's going to be upgraded by the U.S. Navy, the U.S. Air Force, the U.S. Marine Corps, 8 international partners, Israel, Japan, and a growing list of other international countries. As well as your industry is going to be able to participate in the F-35, whether it's IAI making wings for it, Elbit making the helmet technologies, or Israeli industry, just like they did on the F-16. They'll be participating in advancing the F-35, not just for a few years, like many of these fourth generation fighters that we have out there today, but that long production run and sustainment life that's going to be around for years and years to come.
Please give us an update. When are we going to see the first F-35 being manufactured for Israel?
Well, right now we have a signed LOA with Israel and the U.S. government. That is a 2016 delivery from here in Fort Worth, Texas. We are participating in, let's say, incorporating the Israeli unique requirements and what those may be in a development program here. Those negotiations are ongoing, and we're on timeline, on track to do that.
And the very first part of the assembly, when will it start?
3 years lead time, so that would probably be next year. The first components would start to be built out in what's called long lead manufacturing.
Now, you mentioned the Israel participation in some parts of this aircraft, so please tell me regarding the wings, what we will see and when, what is the schedule?
Well, it's IAI, and it's a certain number of wings for the CTOL variant, which is what Israel making, which is also the most numerous of the airplanes we're making, well over 2,400 airplanes going to be manufactured in the F-35A or conventional takeoff and landing version. And Israel will begin at IAI in LRIP 8 and deliver in LRIP 8 the same year the Israeli jets are scheduled to deliver out of here in Fort Worth, Texas.
What about the helmet?
The helmet made by Elbit, they're participatory in it. I need to clarify some things on the helmet. First, the Elbit helmet, or VSI helmet, has flown successfully in more than 2,000 flights today. Already. And it's flown at night, it's flown in day, it's flown down at Eglin Air Force Base, at Patuxent River and Edwards Air Force Base. We are delivering jets with that helmet. We are doing a number of improvements this year. We have a good plan to do those improvements, and I'm optimistic those will improve the technology as we go forward.
Can you mention the modifications that are needed or the challenges that you found with the...
Yes, I can talk about the night acuity, which allows really the STOVL, or vertical landing airplane, to land on a ship lights out at night. We found advanced technology in a new night vision camera that we're going to incorporate in the helmet. It's called an ICE 11 camera. That's going to Lincoln Labs this summer for testing. The jitter, which really wasn't a helmet problem, but was a helmet system problem because it was attached to the ejection seat, we're installing what's called micro IMUs. Think of it as the camcorder devices you have that stabilize the image. And those are going flying on the helmet this summer. So we have improvements in place, we have a good plan to do it, and I'm optimistic we'll have those improvements will make a big difference in the quality of our helmet we have.
What about the range of this F-35? Can it reach Iran?
I can, and as you see from behind me, this airplane has 18,500 pounds of fuel internally. That's more than 2x what an F-16 has. So you take that with the internal carriage of the weapons, and that includes the bombs and the missiles, where there's no drag on the wings. You incorporate a brand new engine technology in the F-135 from Pratt & Whitney, which is brand new. So you get a very large amount of fuel, you get a low drag airplane, and you get a brand new engine technology which gives you range that is unparalleled by any airplane, and you package it in a stealth format. So highly capable, long range, penetrating anti-access airplanes.
So if Israel is planning at some point in the future to attack Iran nuclear facilities, this will be a good vehicle to do it with.
I pretty much need to defer to the government of Israel on any of those questions right now, but I can't speak to the range. The range is really unparalleled on the F-35A, and that has to do with all the attributes that I talked to prior.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.